Okay, guys, I saw just now how many of you have watched the video. In spite of I have given a specific time to watch that video to reduce our time in a lecture, but still only 30 students watched the video and remaining students enjoyed 20 minutes and came back to the lecture. This is not a good sign. You are not committed to yourself itself. So I just watched that. So this is very wrong, guys. Okay, we'll proceed now with a new chapter now. New chapter. The title of the chapter you understood. I think you came to know the title of the chapter is the air pollution. Okay, very interesting chapter and very related chapter to our day-to-day life. And this is also completely majors in a deep, okay, complete subject, but that will be elective. It depends on you, you want to study or not. Okay, this is the air pollution chapter, again divided into two parts. So the first part includes air pollution definition. What are the air pollution sources? What is the classification of air pollutant? What are the effects? Then you will understand what is the metrology. And then the next part you are going to understand the control measures. And what are the control measures? What are the control units? So that cyclone separator, scrubber, electrostatic precipitator. Sorry, the control measures are from here itself. Is it control measures of industrial air pollution? That is settling chamber, settling chamber, bag filter, cyclone separator, scrubber, electrostatic precipitator, control of vehicular air. Then the third part is the control of vehicular air pollution. And then the last part is the air quality standards. What should be the standards for the emission of air pollutant from the particular source at the different location? Okay, if the schools are there, there should be the different norms. If the city is there, there will be the different norm. If the outside city area is there, there will be the different norms. So all these norms you are going to study under the air quality standards. Okay, once again I will explain fundamental part about the source, definition, effects, and meteorological aspects will study in a first part. Then control equipments at the source you will study in the second part, and the control of air pollution in the vehicles you will understand, and the last part will be the air quality standards. So as many of you have already watched the video properly, I will not invest more time now to explain that, because in a video I have explained very properly. So I will not waste more time here. What is the air pollution definition? You can keep on writing simultaneously. It is the presence in the outdoor atmosphere of one or more contaminants in sufficient quantities of such characteristics and of such a duration as to be or to threaten to the injurious to human, plant, or animal life or property, or which interferes with the comfortable enjoyment of life or property. Or simple language, I will request you, I will explain that air pollution definition. Please write down. Please write down. Air pollution can be defined as air pollution can be defined as the addition of foreign particles, the addition of foreign particles, foreign particle in the sense which are not to be there as per the standard norms. Okay, what is the standard norms for the air? This much is the carbon dioxide, this much is the air nitrogen, this much is the oxygen, and some inherent gases. That is the standard composition of air. But beyond that standard composition, if something else is being added over there, that can be identified as a foreign particles. So write down, please continue the writing of definition for air pollution. Air pollution can be defined as the addition of foreign particles in a clean air, which affects the human health and other biotic and abiotic environment. Biotic and abiotic environment. This is the air pollution. This simple definition you can explain over there. Now, what are the sources of air pollution? So fundamentally, air pollution can be classified as per source into these two forms. That is, first one, natural source and anthropogenic source. Natural source in the sense the flowering is going on, that is natural activity. Different types of colorful flowers we are enjoying in the nature. But that flowering, during flowering, pollen grains are emitting, fungi spores are emitting. Is it that pollen grains is acting as one of the air pollutant? Then decomposition performs. During decomposition, fungi spores are emitting, salt sprays are there. Means at the sea side, there will be the tides of the sea, and this during tides, that salt spray are emitting and mixing into the atmosphere. But when it is converting that fine particle of salt water, that we can say it is a mist, it can be identified as one of the air pollution. Okay. Then smoke and dust particles from forest fire and volcanic eruption. These are natural activity, but whatever pollutants are emitting from that natural activity will be identified as a natural air pollution. Then carbon dioxide from methane. Then H2S and CH4 form anaerobic decomposition. I told you long back that if you dump some waste, produced waste, without a controlled decomposition process, it will go on decomposing. And while decomposing, it will produce the odorable gases. So that is the natural activity. Then what are the artificial or the man-made, or we can say anthropogenic sources? In that included mobile transportation. Mobile in the sense moving transportation, like the motor vehicles, aircrafts, railways, ships, etc. These are emitting huge amount of air pollution. Then stationary combustion, residential, commercial, industrial, power and heating, which are going to be generate a huge amount of air pollution. Okay, during combustion also, either carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide is going to be emitted. Then industrial processes, it depends upon what are the industrial manufacturing activities are going on. As per that industrial manufacturing activity, air pollution will be emitting from that particular industry. Then municipal solid waste plant is also emitting the air pollution. Agricultural burning, we need not talk more about that process for the emission of air pollution into the atmosphere. Okay, let us see the next. As per this, it is again classification. As per the origin, it is classifying into two types. Okay, the air pollutants are being classified as per the origin into two types. The first type is the primary air pollutant, and second one is the secondary air pollutant. Primary air pollutant are those pollutants which are emitting from the source and acting as an air pollutant. Which are emitting from the source and acting as an air pollutant. These are the primary air pollutant. Suppose I go and burn a huge 1 kg of plastic carry bags, waste bags. I'm going to burn in front of my house. So during that burning process, carbon monoxide or some other pollutant gases, carbon dioxide will emit into the atmosphere. That is the direct source of emission, or we can say these pollutants are the primary air pollutants, which are emitted from the source and acting as an air pollutant. So what are such pollutants? Carbon, sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxide, and hydrocarbon. These are the such some of the examples are given. Now, second type, as per the origin, is the secondary air pollutants, which are forms after the recombination of one or more primary air pollutants. What is the primary air pollutants? Pollutant is emitting from the source and acting as a pollutant into the atmosphere. That is the primary air pollutant. But secondary air pollutants are formed after the recombination of two or more primary air pollutants into the atmosphere. Are you getting? So burning is performing, or someone is smoking. That smoke is being formed. That is the primary air pollutant. But if that smoke reacts with the atmospheric humidity or some other gases and converts into another type of air pollutant, at that time we can say this is a secondary air pollution. Are you getting? This is a secondary air pollutants. So secondary air pollutants formed in the atmosphere by a photochemical reaction, hydrolysis or oxidation, and mainly, or so examples mentioned over here, ozone, peroxyl acetyl nitrate. Okay, once again I will try to explain. Ozone असाच generate होतो का? नाही. O will generate, O2 will generate, they will combine together in presence of sunlight and will convert into O3. That is the, then in that case, if O or O2 are the pollutant, primary pollutant, then O3 will become a secondary air pollutant. Basically, O2 and O are not the pollutant, but the example I have given to you. Peroxyacetyl nitrate, that is the PAN. It is not emitting from any source directly in the form of PAN, but hydrocarbons are emitting from the source. Carbon dioxide is emitting from the source. Is it? Then methane is emitting from the source. These gases coming together and converting into a dangerous kind of air pollutant that is known as the PAN, peroxyacetyl nitrate. But it has formed after the combination of two or more primary air pollutants. It can be identified as a secondary air pollutant. And I would like to make you to take the note of the one thing that the secondary air pollutants are always dangerous than the primary air pollutant, because secondary air pollutants are formed after the combination of multiple primary air pollutants. They may not be air pollutant, or they may be air pollutant when they are in a primary condition. But when it is converted into a secondary condition, it will be a dangerous air pollutant. Okay, as per the chemical composition, it is classified into again two types, that is organic and inorganic. Under organic, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, hydrocarbons, aldehydes, ketones will come under the organic chemical composition air pollutant. And inorganic, there will be carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, oxides of carbon, oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, HCl, hydrogen fluoride, ozone, carbonates will be the inorganic air pollutants. Okay, so these are the different types of classification for the air pollutants. I think we are running out of the time. It's more than about 3, and I have to take attendance also. So I will stop here. The remaining part we will see. But it's a very interesting. I would like to. I like this chapter, and I am sure that you people too like this chapter. Okay, you are going to study a very variety of the points in this chapter, air pollution. Okay, you can see all these slides in a one. So, okay. Oh, 5 minutes. I'm taking snapshots. Just wait, guys. Don't leave the class. Okay, guys. I have noted down your attendance total. You can leave the class now. Thank you very much. We'll meet on the next.